ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਤੋਂ ਖਿਮਾ ਦਾ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਥੋੜੇ ਚੱਲੇ। It's nice to see everyone here back from the camp, and my talk sort of at the camp revolved around the remanufacturing of Sikh history, and much of it revolved around Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. And after the camp I sort of researched Baba Banda Singh Bahadur a bit more, and forgive me, I feel a bit emotional because I've been researching stuff about Bibi Susheel Kaur, and I think when I was asked to do this talk, I thought Bibi Susheel Kaur, in the guts and glory of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's story, is lost the story of Bibi Susheel Kaur, who was the wife of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. And just to give you a bit of background, and the reason why I think it's quite important that we talk about Bibi Susheel Kaur, especially for our Bibi and our young girls, the reason why it's so important is if we can get our girls to see the world through Bibi Susheel Kaur's eyes and ears, then we won't have the problems of grooming and sexual exploitation of our girls today. Bibi Susheel Kaur was the daughter of somebody called Uday Singh from Chamba. Uday Singh was a Raja in Punjab, and his whole family was quite close to Guru Tegh Bahadur's family. Now, in and around Chamba, there was an area where two of the Raje, one was Bhim Chand and the other was Ajmer Chand, they conspired against Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj Sache Paatshah against the Mughals. And Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, being the deputy of Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj, being one of the first deputies of the Khalsa, never forgot whether it was the bricks of Sarhand or the traitors. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur went to each one and sacked each city. Now when Baba Banda Singh Bahadur went near Chamba, the Raja Uday Singh asked Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, he said, "Will you marry my daughter, Susheel Kaur?" And there's a common misconception to degrade the character of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, that Guru Maharaj gave him the instruction that he should never get married, and he went against the instruction of Guru Gobind Singh and got married. This couldn't be further from the truth. Maharaj just told everybody to have a Gristi Jeevan. They wouldn't tell Banda Singh Bahadur not to have one. So Baba Banda Singh Bahadur marries Susheel Kaur, Bibi Susheel Kaur, in late 1710, early 1711. And Bibi Susheel Kaur, instead of basking in the glory of being the wife of one of the greatest leaders of the Khalsa, she joins Baba Banda Singh Bahadur on his exploits. She starts learning martial arts and in turn starts teaching it. She accompanies Baba Banda Singh Bahadur literally on every battle. She gives the soldiers of Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj under the command of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur the Halla Sheri to go into battle. She joins them. In 1711, 1712, this is how sketchy the story of Bibi Susheel Kaur is. We don't even know when her son was born, but her beautiful son, Ajay Singh, was born roughly in 1712. So they had that family life that we do. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, after capturing most of the Indian subcontinent, didn't rest on his laurels, didn't bask in the glory. He went further and pushed further to try and realize that dream of Khalsa Raj, which isn't consigned to Punjab alone. Khalsa Raj belongs to the world. So Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, in his exploits, ends in Gurdas Nangal, and this is probably where the climax of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's life is written, and so is Bibi Susheel Kaur. As we all know, in Gurdas Nangal, in the fort, the Singhs ran out of all food and rations, and they were sieged upon by the Mughal forces. And because all rations had run out, all ammunition had been exhausted, the siege came into the fort, and all 700 Sikh, along with Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, their son Ajay Singh, and Bibi Susheel Kaur were captured. Now, a lot of us are aware of what happened in Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, that for a whole week, 100 Sikh were beheaded for a whole week, 100 a day, all 700. Not one of them faltered, not one of them got coerced into Islam. Not one. And while this is happening, Bibi Susheel Kaur is being kept in a little dungeon. And she's being tortured with different methods of torture that we can't even imagine, day by day. But they also know, these Mughals, that if we can get Susheel Kaur to become a Muslim, it'll be one of the greatest victories for us. Here lies the wife of the commander-in-chief of the Khalsa forces. And if she becomes a Muslim, Sikhs won't know where to look. They won't know what page in history to turn to. So every day she's getting tortured. And while 700 Sikh have given their life and then they turn to the commander-in-chief, gouge his eyes, chop him limb from limb, tear Ajay Singh's heart out and put it in his mouth. To the point where the East India Company, two Gore from the East India Company who were there at the time, remarked that only a god could give a shahidi like this. And he's just a banda of his guru. They tell Bibi Susheel Kaur that we will make you a Maharani. You will be the Maharani of the Mughal Empire. You will have everything that you will ever need. And then they turn to Bibi Susheel Kaur and tell her that Banda Singh Bahadur has been cut to pieces and your son's heart was in his mouth. Even at this point, Bibi Susheel Kaur hasn't wavered. And they eventually tell her, much like the Mughals of today, don't get me wrong, they haven't changed. Much like the Mughals today, they said, we'll gang rape you and prostitute you if you don't convert. Bibi Susheel Kaur, not having any weapons with her, physically exhausted, physically broken herself through the week-long torture, got a dagger and thrust it in her own heart and killed herself. She ended her life, Bibi Susheel Kaur. And the Mughal dream of converting Baba Banda Singh Bahadur's wife was shattered. With one thrust of that dagger, she shattered the Mughal dream. But Bibi Susheel Kaur's story is getting lost. Many of us don't know that she even existed. If we don't tell our daughters who Bibi Susheel Kaur was and what her sacrifice was, how will they defend themselves against the Mughals of today? See, there's a misconception that if we don't mention Muslims and Pakistanis and grooming and sexual exploitation, that somehow we're being good people. Now you can see that this twisted sense of cultural sensitivity and political correctness, where has it got the UK, Gore? They refused to acknowledge that there was a problem. And now on their doorstep are grooming gangs all over the country. You've just seen a few days ago in Rotherham, 1,400 girls, 1,400 little Gorian, most of them under the age of 15, getting raped and sold like cattle. That's what avoiding the issue has done for them. That's what avoiding the issue has done. And they're slowly realizing that society has gone to pot, it's gone upside down. It's become more taboo to talk about the perpetrators than it is a taboo to violate young girls. This is how upside down society has become. And we're going down the exact same road. We are hiding behind Sarbat Tapala and Manas Ki Jaat Sabbe Ek Pehchan Wo. We're hiding behind that and we're abusing that. We want to talk about safe battles. We want to act dangerous in safe environments. But by not mentioning this, even people who often are in the game will call them sociopaths. We'll call them individuals, twisted individuals. Let's call a spade a spade. If we don't arm our girls with knowledge about what our history was about and what's happening today, then I'm sorry, we're going to start losing generations. We talk about Mir Manu's flat. We talk about Mir Manu's jail. We talk about Mir Manu's jail, about how I was sick. Surmiya never ever gave in to Islam. Bachyan de tote karwate, they chopped their kids up in pieces, galanj har poate, but they never accepted. Mir Manu's jails exist today in derelict flats in Birmingham, Manchester, Telford, Derby, Leicester, all over the place. But we're not having these conversations. And because we're not having these conversations, silently and slowly, our girls are getting drawn into a lifetime of hell. And they're too scared to tell us. Can you believe that? There's an environment out there that the girls are scared to tell the Khalsa that we're getting dragged from shisha lounge to takeaway to taxi rank and getting used and abused by the most vile men in the most vile ways simply because we're daughters of a Sikh. The Mughals haven't moved on. They may have rode on horseback and worn sandals. Today they wear Rockports and drive Audis, but their aim is still the same. But we've moved on. We've become overly civilized. We don't tell the truth anymore. And because we don't tell the truth, we're doing a huge disservice. And I think it's slowly dawning upon people now as well that the problem is so widespread that it's not just the Punjabi family that doesn't have Rera Sahib playing in the evening or Kirtan Sola at night or Panjabani in the morning. The house where the dad's more bothered about drinking and going out with his friends. It's not just those houses. Even our Gursikh brothers and sisters are realizing it's not enough just to provide a loving home. It's not enough to tell them stories about Bhai Kanhaiya. 50% of Sikhi is Sarbata Pala, but 50% of Sikhi is also cracking the khanda. And we must be real with our girls. We must be open and honest and create an environment when they feel comfortable telling us about anything. These predators, they're everywhere. They're in schools, they're up to nurseries, at bus stops, in cinema halls, in shopping malls. They're absolutely everywhere. And what we must do is infuse our girls with the spirit of Bibi Susheel Kaur, with the spirit of Bibi Navneet Kaur, so they feel that they can defend themselves. We must let our girls know, and I've said this before, and I apologize in Guru Maharaj's Hajuri for talking like this, but I think it needs to be said, and because we're not having these open and frank conversations, too much is going down the drain. That we must let our daughters know, must let our sisters know as well, because it's one wrong turn, one wrong move, and they can be consigned to a life of hell, knowingly or unknowingly. One wrong move. We must let them know that as a dad, as a brother, we would rather see a picture or a video knowing that it's being circulated naked than know that that one picture, that one video is being used to blackmail her to get raped from shisha lounge to shisha lounge to shisha lounge. Let them know. Create an environment in your house where it's so open that they can say, Dad, this boy's done this to me. Then let them know that the blood of Banda Singh Bahadur runs through our veins. Because if Bibi Susheel Kaur and Baba Banda Singh Bahadur were alive today, they would announce from every stage in the world that doesn't matter what devil tries to drag you to hell, we'll hold your arm. We will hold your arm. And this is the spirit that we must create now. Because I'm afraid to say, Khalistan won't have many girls left if we carry on the way we are. If we keep skirting around issues, then we won't have generations. We're losing them. So infuse the girls with spirit. Tell them these stories. Tell them that you'll be there for them no matter what happens. Come what may, you will be there for them. Because we are lions that used to rescue the girls of other faiths. Get them from the markets of Kandahar and Afghanistan and bring them back, many of them Hindu. Let's start trying to save our own. Let's start trying to save our own. And in infusing our girls with this spirit, we don't know where the next Bibi Susheel Kaur would come from. And it's just a humble benti to all pracharaks, whether you're doing it in English or it's kathavajiks or taddis or kavishris, please talk about these things. Because when we don't, it seems like a few individuals are dealing with it, that a few fringe organizations will deal with it, whereas this is a huge panthik masla. So just a benti to everyone, let's not skirt around the issues. If the BBC can say in a documentary called Inside Out that Pakistani Muslim men are grooming Sikh girls, then as the sons of Guru Gobind Singh and the daughters of Guru Gobind Singh, I don't see why we can't. If a judge from New Zealand can preside over the Rotherham case and say, let's say the unsayable, this is a Pakistani Muslim problem, then we shouldn't have, as the stormtroopers of Guru Maharaj, we shouldn't have any hesitation in talking about this. Bibi Susheel Kaur was born a princess of Uday Singh in Chamba. She went through the gravest of hardships and died as the princess of Guru Gobind Singh. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.